the hypothesizing will now come into play. Pabico taking a good shot here from City Death.
Yeah. Looks like both really want to contest for this Litho. Spawning closer to City Death, but Lancelot, especially Carl.
Sin Bandit gets choked up, jumped on, forcing out a Revitalize. The patriarch of Team Philippines, De La Cruz, jumps on him, holds on to that sandwalk. Another choke up, the jump onto Upsidit, not enough damage just yet. Oh my lord, the flicker from the shaft, taking him down.
Yeah, Pabico gets the kill, and that's because the Revitalize was used quite early. And at that point, Laos should probably have realized, like, okay, without the Revitalize, I really can't take this fight because both Kimmy as well as the Jushin, they deal constant damage, but the Jushin can pick you up.
That was a prime example of war for attrition. You know, like little resources, little decisions that you made. That's what cost him that. Vinuya taking a lot of damage. Damage reduction underneath that tier 1 up top keeps him alive. In comes De La Cruz. Vinuya dashing in. Doesn't even care.
Yeah, and we were talking about it where Citadel basically has to make a call. Where do you want to protect? It looks like you want to protect the Lapu. You do not want this Lapu to be behind when the turtle first spawns. I feel like for Laos, that's going to be their angle. Hold on.
One more! Sin Bandit gets taken down. De La Cruz gets a kill.
Not going to lie, I thought it was going to survive, and this is the start of a problem. Soriano taking out that Faraga armor, not looking good for Laos.
That's a problem we were talking about. If this was, again, easier said than done, right? If this was a Terizla, at least it would have been able to survive in clear waves and then back off. But here, it's all Soriano in control. Turtle goes over to Team Philippines. De La Cruz sweeping these brushes. We didn't even get to see really much of Nepomuceno. This is a trademark pick from him, but all he's doing is really playing utility. The jump in! Raging Sandstorm taking out City Death, feeding a kill over to Pabico. Now De La Cruz does get punished. Nepomuceno comes through. Phantom Execution taking down Opposite.
And that's so worth it, even though you lost your roamer.
Oh, Crimson Bacon taking down Sin Bandit. It happened, LaFell. The last insanity finding no one. Pabico in too deep.
Yeah, that's still good for Laos because they got a shutdown. They got a shutdown on Pabico, but look at this. Soriano now having that Sky Piercer, and the fact that he is having quite a good lane against the X-Borg. And look at all those minions dying to the turret. That's no gold. Gonna go over to the X-Borg. And let me just say, when the X-Borg is having this kind of lane, the X-Borg is very gankable.
Yeah, Tatason has missed out on so many resources. All this while, Soriano cleaned up house. Sin Bandit in trouble. Not enough damage between De La Cruz and Soriano down bottom. It's just a matter of time. I'd say that tier 1 down bottom is going to pop before the second turtle even goes down.
Team Laos, they're actually trading quite well, making sure that any aggression that Team Philippines is showing, they try to fight back. You know, they don't win all the battles, but at least they get something. That gets caught again.
Oh no, that gets chunked out. The mid duo from Team Philippines finding the Iseng Shin. And they're not done. Pabico uses that Crimson Beacon, looking for next targets. They have their eyes on Sin Bandit. Another choke up. And they get him. AOG, not even gonna work. Soriano gets a kill. Another one, opposite, gets skewered by Nepomuceno.
I mean, you called it, Leo. And all this while, the Lapu is the next target.
That is one chunky Lapu-Lapu flickers out, went the wrong way. Soriano gets another stack on the Sky Piercer.
Soriano went from bottom to mid, gets a kill, go to top, get a kill. At this point, Team Philippines, everyone is roaming around the map, 4 minutes in, and there's no more laning phase. Everyone get as many kills as they can.
Oh, last insanity is about to be used in mid, but I don't even know it's worth it. The final slash was enough to make Tatason think twice. I mean, he's been farming up, yes, but what's farm gonna do on an X-Borg? You're just gonna buy more defensive items, more health, more HP.
Lapu's not dealing enough damage to really threaten. Team Philippines, another kill for Soriano.
Juviana falls.
And you were talking about this is going to be difficult for the Eastern Shin because even if you want to back them up, there's too much aggression.
Opposite again.
At this point, everyone from Team Philippines is a walking death ball. Whoever they see, they don't care who, they will take it down.
That's what I'm saying. It's a comfort pick either way, execution-wise, matchup-wise. If you give Philippines a 50-50, they will make it feel like 100%. And bottom lane about to crash in. At least this is something that Team Laos, oh my god, one more Sin Bandit, can be thankful for.
Yep.
At least turrets haven't fallen yet, but the mid lane tier 1 goes.
If I was Soriano, I'll be asking questions like, number one, how did I not get a kill? But number two, how do I not even get an assist? I thought the deaths are not a hit. I guess Vinuya killed him too fast.
Yeah, apparently the range wasn't there. There were no minions to trigger it immediately, so that, yeah, the death happened first.
Yeah, I would say, you know what? You're doing too much damage.
Everybody's doing too much damage.
Hey, chill, guys. I'm the Granger. I'm the carry.
Let me. 3 stacks on the Sky Piercer. AOG finds Vinuya. Last Insanity. This is what they were looking for. Vinuya falls. Sin Bandit gets one. The punish on Putaban as Nepomuceno finds him. This is a practice of futility. Sure, Laos is getting kills, but Team Philippines is in control.
I have a dangerous question, which is, how much gold does Lancelot have right now? Because looking at the levels, it's level 11 against a level 7.
A 4-level deficit. Huge. We need to see the items to be able to tell. I can't calculate just by timing and by waves.
If I were to guess, a 2,000 difference. Like, I'm guessing 2,000, so he has at least one item advantage.
Full item.
Yeah, full item against the Zishan Shin. So, I don't know, maybe a Hunter Strike, and if he's feeling he's got to be safe, a Brute Force. But seeing as how he's been playing, I don't even think he's going for defense, just going for full damage.
They're even going for his buffs. This is a very starved Yisun Shin. City Death is not having a good time in game 1 of this best of 2. You need range. You can't, because as soon as you commit, Nepomuceno's on you, Vinuya's on you. You need sustain. Soriano's dealing too much damage. You want to sustain, Pabico's going to choke you out. What is Team Laos to do?
In terms of games that are comebackable, this is pretty hard. Because the ones that should be dealing the damage, to come back and they can't do it.
There you go. That is a...
Oh, they're trying though.
That's the Farago armor popped. And that's not even with... That wasn't even a full committal. They were literally just checking range.
Look at this. They're trying to
Pabico, very low, defensively uses Crimson Beacon. In comes the Rhapsody from Soriano. No ults used. Again, the one defensive ult from Pabico, but all of this is enough to threaten Team Laos. Lafel, we're looking at an 11,000 gold deficit.
It's funny to me how Team Philippines feels like they don't have enough damage, where even De La Cruz builds the Blade of Heptases. Or maybe it's just like, hey, give me some of that.
You know why it feels like they're not dealing enough damage? They're not just willy-nilly throwing out ults.
Yeah.
So they're literally just playing with basic attacks and, you know, their smaller kits. Final Slash forces Tatason to respond. Okay. Item build on Tatason is something I'd like to check. Is he going full defense? Which I think he should.
I don't see an immortality, so
He needs that.
yeah, I don't know about that. He does not have the immortality just yet, and it pops again. What can Team Laos do? The siege coming in from Team Philippines, the Granger and the Jushin. The front lines. If I was a front line, I'll be complaining. Like, what do you want me to do? I'll get picked up. I'll get shot by this Granger. This feels like we can call it already.
And there is a choke out. Sin Bandit goes down. Didn't even try to use the AOG. He knew this was inevitable. Laos knows for sure that Nepomuceno is going for the Lord. And all this while the 4 members of Team Philippines are going for a slow siege, popping these holy shields, Nepomuceno handily takes the Lord. Rose Gold Meteor Dog on Vinuya.
Soriano with a War Axe as well. So you got to deal with the damage and the sustain coming in from the Granger. Pabico already using the Crimson Beast. Oh, hold on, they engaged it.
That is Futavan put down to an inch of his health. Finally goes, and Sin Bandit jumps in, revitalized, no one home. 2 stacks for Soriano. They find the base, but they're slowly still taking care of these inhibitors. Top lane takes a few chunks. Bottom lane too, Lord in mid.
This might be the end angle at 10 minutes and 7 seconds.
They find City Death. Last Insanity. That is Tatason trying to hold on. Not going to happen. The base going to be up next. Nepomuceno taking care of these waves. Down goes Futavan. Down goes Vinuya, the punish, but that is a wipeout eminent for Team Laos. There goes Sin Bandit, and then the base, Team Philippines.